एक एक सब्जेक्ट में जाके देखेंगे व्हाट एग्जैक्टली वाज द INI-CET एग्जाम दिस टाइम। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज एग्जाम के बाद होती है उसको एनालाइज करना। तो अगर हम फर्स्ट ईयर प्रॉफ देखें, फर्स्ट ईयर प्रॉफ ऑलवेज रिमेंबर प्री क्लिनिकल पैरा क्लिनिकल डोमिनेट्स इन INI-CET एवरी ईयर। तो बायोकेमिस्ट्री अगेन हैपेंस टू बी अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट एंड आई वुड से अगर आपने फर्स्ट प्रॉफ छोड़ा है, डोंट एवर लीव दिस, स्पेशली इन योर INI सेट। ये एक चीज है जो रीसेंट पास्ट में ग्रो करी है एंड दैट इज फॉरेंसिक मेडिसिन। अगर आप INI-CET में ये सोच रहे हो कि सिर्फ मेजर सब्जेक्ट से आपका निकल जाना है, आंसर है नहीं। सक्सेस इज नॉट एन एक्सीडेंट, इट इज एन अमेलगमेशन ऑफ इयर्स ऑफ हार्ड वर्क, परसिवरेंस, डेडिकेशन, डे एंड नाइट रीडिंग एंड अ लॉट ऑफ करेज। So first of all, I want to congratulate you all and I want to pat your back for completing the November INI-CET session confidently as well as with full grit and determination. तो अब INI-CET खत्म हो चुका है, तो अब क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है? जैसे आप सारे लोग GT देते हैं, टेस्ट देते हैं, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज एग्जाम के बाद होती है उसको एनालाइज करना। But I don't want you all to take a lot of load on this. I just want you all to understand where we went wrong. And that's what is a human understanding about any subject. We need to introspect about wherever and whatever we have gone wrong. Because success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to go on which counts. And I'm talking about this important analysis where you sit down, एक कॉफी पीते पीते और आप देखें कि exactly इस बार पेपर में क्या हुआ। तो इस बार बहुत सारी चेंजेस हुई, इस बार बहुत सारी ट्रिक्स आई नई about from INI-CET which we understood about the exam as well. कुछ चीजें पुरानी हैं अबाउट द ट्रेंड, बट कुछ चीजें इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं हुई हैं विच वी एज एजुकेटर्स आल्सो फाइंड वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एज फार एज द INI-CET ट्रेंड हैज बीन कंसिडर्ड। तो एनालिसिस होती क्या है? एनालिसिस का मतलब ये है जैसे कमेंट्री होती है, तो कमेंटेटर एंड में आके किसी भी मैच में, जैसे क्रिकेट का हो चाहे फुटबॉल का हो, वो बाद में आते हैं, इकट्ठा होते हैं और वो एक दूसरे से बातें करते हैं। तो मैं भी आपसे सिर्फ बातें करूंगा। हाय, माय नेम इज डॉक्टर संचित वाजपेयी, आई एम एन ENT एजुकेटर एट PW Merit and I'll be discussing about the INI-CET 2025 November analysis और हम एक एक सब्जेक्ट में जाके देखेंगे what exactly was the INI-CET exam this time. Now as we know, INI-CET every year is conducted and this time it was a single shift exam which consisted of 200 MCQs and it was over 3 hours, right? तो 3 घंटों में ऐसा क्या बदला? This is what we are going to see. Now the changing trend of INI-CET अगर हम कंपेयर करें इस बार के INI-CET को to the May INI-CET which you gave previously or to the people who have not given and who have given this as the first exam, इस बार का एग्जाम as we always say नवंबर आसान आएगा, May टफ आएगा। इस बार ऐसा नहीं था। If we consider this time November exam, it was moderate difficulty, but at the same time मैं ये कहूंगा even the easier parts were tricky, क्योंकि इस बार की framing of questions was a little more trickier. They tried to make certain questions in certain words that it didn't sound very pleasing and did sound very confident अगर आप टिक भी कर रहे हो। That was the feedback which we obtained from the students as well कि जो easy questions भी आए थे उसमें भी options इतने confusing थे कि हमें लग रहा था सब कुछ सही है। So that is what made this exam stand out. It was not a very straightforward exam, but I always say INI-CET एक ऐसा एग्जाम है जिसमें ये नहीं देखा जाता that आप कितने करेक्ट ही करेक्ट कर रहे हो, ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप कौन से छोड़ रहे हो। तो आप ज्यादा भी नहीं छोड़ सकते, right? But you have to attempt high and at the same time you have to leave out those questions which you are really not confident about. तो आपने क्या छोड़ा and what you got correct is an amalgamation of the result that will be in front of you on the 15th of November very very soon. तो इस बार क्या बदला? Now इस बार as it is हमेशा हम देखते हैं INI-CET loves foundations. हर बार मैं यही कहता हूं, लास्ट में भी मैंने यही बोला था कि अगर आपका फाउंडेशन वीक है, INI-CET is not going to be a piece of cake for that person. And why is that? If you see this particular trend, let me go back to seeing the trend about what was given in the first year this time. तो अगर हम फर्स्ट ईयर प्रॉफ देखें, फर्स्ट ईयर प्रॉफ ऑलवेज रिमेंबर प्री क्लिनिकल पैरा क्लिनिकल डोमिनेट्स इन INI-CET एवरी ईयर, और इस बार भी वही हुआ। और अगर मैं आपके सामने इस बार बताऊंगा तो इस बार अगर मैं स्केलेटन लेके आ जाऊं ना आपके सामने, तो वो था आपका INI-CET एग्जाम। एनाटॉमी एनाटॉमी एनाटॉमी, हर चीज में एनाटॉमी। यानी कि इवन इफ दे हैव आस्क्ड अबाउट क्लिनिकल सब्जेक्ट्स लाइक सर्जरी और लेट्स से माय सब्जेक्ट ENT, उसमें भी देयर वर एनाटॉमी क्वेश्चंस व्हिच वर लिंक्ड टू द क्लिनिकल सब्जेक्ट्स। तो द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ एनाटॉमी ऑलवेज लाइज विद INI-CET। ये ट्रेंड आप नीट पीजी में नहीं देखेंगे, बिकॉज नीट पीजी में हर साल you'll find 3 to 4 questions from anatomy, but इस बार not following the trend, INI-CET loves to ask anatomy, and this time also they followed the same trend. So if we saw a high amount of questions of anatomy in the May session that were roughly around 16, we got around 12 questions which were directly from anatomy. And agar ye direct nahi bhi the, indirectly they were linked to a lot of radiological images or some kind of clinical subjects. But there was a lot of anatomy which was asked this time too. Now let me come to another important subject which is there over in your preclinical side, and which is physiology. Now physiology had a drop this time. अगर देखा जाए physiology was asked more in the last session in May. This time there was a considerable drop to 7 questions. But again these questions what they had given were linked more towards the medicine side. तो इस बार उस तरीके का नहीं था कि बहुत लंबे क्वेश्चन है, बहुत लंबे क्लिनिकल स्टेम्स हैं. इस बार था क्या, इस बार द क्लिनिकल स्टेम्स वर अ लिटिल शॉर्ट, but the options that they gave were very tricky. That is why silly mistakes are bound to happen. And silly mistakes se jo bachega, that person will get a higher rank. Still, I would say 140 to 160 correct will get you a good rank in INI-CET this time. Now let me come to biochemistry. Biochemistry always, I always say, अगर biochemistry, जम्बुलकर सर हमेशा ये बोलते हैं कि biochemistry एक ऐसा सब्जेक्ट है ना जो कहीं ना किसी चीज में लिंक्ड आ ही जाता है. और इस बार भी they have not changed biochemistry at all. But what changed in biochemistry were the tricky options that they gave again. And at the same time, we saw a lot of biochemistry questions which were from the previous PYQs and PYTs as well. So इस बार का biochemistry was not straightforward, I would say. They were tricky, they were long questions, and they were linked to disorders. So there was a lot of clinical biochemistry that was asked this time. So biochemistry again happens to be a very important subject. And I would say, अगर आपने first prof छोड़ा है, don't ever leave this, especially in your INI set. So in the next session, ये हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी सीख है कि हमें क्या पढ़ के जाना है. Right? चलते हैं. अब हम लोग आगे आते हैं into more important stuff and which is related to second year. Now I told you, preclinical, paraclinical, they love to ask. And at the same time, agar anat, physio and biochem important hai, you can't leave out the second year subjects for INI-CET as well. So what exactly were the important distributions of these second year subjects if we see micro, pathology as well as pharmacology? Now what we saw this time was कि इस बार कुछ जनरल अवेयरनेस से उन्होंने क्वेश्चंस पूछे. मतलब ये नहीं होता कि उन्होंने सीधे सीधे पूछ लिया इसका क्या है, right? So always remember one thing, they have given a lot of PYQs and PYTs. That is why I always hold PYQs are the most important if you are giving any exam like NEET PG or INI-CET or FMG. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है PYQs तो करने ही करने, उसके साथ PYTs करने. लेकिन लेट मी गिव यू अ वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल. उन्होंने इस बार PYQ स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड ज्यादा नहीं पूछे. इस बार उन्होंने क्या किया, जो ऑप्शंस देते हैं ना पुराने क्वेश्चंस में, उन ऑप्शन से एक क्वेश्चन बना दिया. जैसे लेट मी गिव यू एन एग्जांपल अबाउट माय सब्जेक्ट ENT. उन्होंने पिछली बार हर बार पूछते हैं नेजोसिलियरी ब्लॉक, हर बार पूछते हैं यहां पे एक इंजेक्शन लगाने पे ये कौन सा ब्लॉक है. बट इस बार उन्होंने क्या किया, दे ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू गिव एन ऑप्शन ऑफ ग्रेटर पैलेटाइन नर्व ब्लॉक. इस बार उन्होंने क्वेश्चन बना दिया ग्रेटर पैलेटाइन नर्व ब्लॉक पे, वेयर दे गिव एन इंजेक्शन ओवर इन द हार्ट पैलेट. So see, the question is the same, but what they have done is in that option, what they had given in the previous EIQ, they created a question out of that PYQ, which has already been taught in some subject. So you should remember, whenever you're doing PYQs or whenever you're practicing, हम हमेशा यही करते हैं in our marathons and our PYQ sessions also, take up each option and see something about it, so that you don't miss out on the major things, you don't miss out on the probable questions that they can make. Now let me come to what are the second year subjects. Second year subjects में micro इस बार dominate करा है. There was a lot of micro which was asked and there was a lot of clinical microbiology which was asked. जैसे कि इस बार क्या हुआ, they showed up organisms, right? They gave certain organism characteristic कि ये disease किस में दिखेगी. So they had asked not very direct questions. Also, they had given a lot of match the following type of questions. So match the following में क्या था, it takes time. But what we saw from the student feedback, it was that the match the following questions were easy compared to the May session. They were straightforward, but at the same time, they were a little lengthier. So इसीलिए microbiology is something which you cannot neglect, and like last trend जो हमने May में देखा था, almost equal in distribution. अगर 18 May session में थे, this time it has picked up to 17 as well. Right? Okay. Now let me come to another important, very, very crucial subject in your second year, and that is pathology. Now I always say pathology, direct हो या indirect, कहीं ना कहीं pathology आपके काम आती है, right? चाहे medicine पढ़े, चाहे surgery पढ़े, चाहे मेरा subject ENT पढ़े, everywhere you will find pathology. So direct clinical based pathology was more, right? They had asked a lot of molecular biology questions this time, and there was a lot of even genetics and immunology which they had focused upon. So there were roughly around 11 questions that they asked from pathology this time. And if I come to pharmacology, pharmacology again was the king in your second year, prof. So it was around 16 questions of pharmacology which was given. Even if you see the May trend, pharmacology was quite high. लेकिन इस बार pharmacology में बदला क्या? Newer drugs in pharmacology were the highlight of pharmacology paper this time. इस बार नई नई चीजें पूछी गई. इवन अगर आपको देखा जाए फिजियोलॉजी में उन्होंने इस बार ये पूछा कि द नोबेल प्राइज ऑफ फिजियोलॉजी इज गिवन टू whom? तो जो नई नई चीजें आ रही हैं, दैट इज व्हाई आई से अपडेट योरसेल्फ विद द न्यूअर ट्रेंड्स. इफ यू सी ऑन पीडब्ल्यू ऑल्सो, सो ऑन मेडेट वी कीप अपडेटिंग यू विद स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ थिंग्स ओवर ऑन द टेलीग्राम ग्रुप ऑल्सो, ओवर ऑन व्हाट्सएप, ओवर ऑन आवर पीडब्ल्यू मेडेट चैनल ऑन यूट्यूब. वी कीप सेंडिंग यू दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, that these are the newer updates that have happened. Why do we send that? Why do we keep updating that? That's just because ये नई updates, are something which are the recent things which people love to ask. Because now the old term questions are finished. अब उनको कुछ नया पूछना है, तो अगर वो नया पूछेंगे तो obviously they will go into these stuff. Pharmacology this time was a very high on newer trends as well as the newer drugs which have been introduced, and that is why pharmacology became decider in your second year. क्योंकि ये trickiest था out of all if you see. Right? So that is what you should always focus upon, not only what you're reading, but also on the allied aspect of it, also on the newer update version of it. That will help you a lot in cracking these papers. Chalo. Now let me move forward and let me come to my own year, that is the third year. Now again saying third year does not carry a very huge weightage in INI CET exams. NEET PG mein we see more questions, and this time also we have roughly got the same trend of third year, right? But I always say third year mein the most important subject which comes every year that will be asked is community medicine, right? So same way agar hum dekhein, is baar ka community medicine bhi around about 12 question tha. So they were about straightforward questions. There were a lot of PYQs which were asked. They were not, something which was very, very tricky to answer back. But at the same time, if you see the trend which has changed, is that recent INIs में इस साल हमने ये देखा एक सब्जेक्ट बहुत ज्यादा पूछा जा रहा है. And what is that? If you see the trend which has grown up from the previous years, if you see the 2023 trend to now 2025, ये एक चीज है जो recent past में grow करी है, and that is forensic medicine. Suddenly the subject has taken light, especially the newer, when they have introduced BNS, they have started asking it. They have asked toxicology related questions. They have given certain photographs which are related to forensic medicine, and they have tried to ask you about कि इसको identify करो, ये कौन सा sign है, ये किस में दिखेगा. This is what has changed in forensics in the past. So I always say minor subjects जो होते हैं ना, they are the rank deciding subjects. आप उनको कभी neglect नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि सब लोग ये सोचते हैं मेडिसिन आएगा, ऑब्स गायनी आएगा, पीएसएम आएगा, we'll get a lot of pathology, we'll get a lot of biochemistry, यही पढ़ लेते हैं 5-6 टॉपिक्स. बट होता क्या है, whenever you read these 5-6 subjects, you tend to neglect upon the minors. Please don't do that, because इस बार minors ज्यादा थे. इस बार the trend has changed. इस बार ये नहीं है कि इनसे सिर्फ एक और दो क्वेश्चन आया. 12 questions are something which will decide your rank. They are a huge amount. They are equal to PSM. That's why always equate these subjects on equality. Always go ahead and do, because they are easy subjects to finish, and you will get a very high rank if you get the answers right. Right? ये predictable subjects हैं third year के. तो third year में हमेशा जो questions आते हैं, they are straightforward, और आप हमेशा सारे सही कर सकते हो. Okay. Now let me come over to ophthalmology. Ophthalmology had a considerably less इस बार का question. So if you see the last session, it was 8, it dropped down to 5 this time. But I would say ophthalmology में अगर 5 क्वेश्चन आए थे, ये सारे क्वेश्चन ट्रिकी थे. Even 1 or 2 questions that were asked in ophthalmology were out of the textbook. They were postgraduate level questions that they had asked. क्योंकि इस बार what we saw was that they have introduced around 20 to 30 questions which nobody has ever done, or they are newer questions which have added on to the textbook. तो ये इस बार हमने देखा that there are very, very important new questions which have been added, and they are tough. They are quite tough to answer. Especially we saw that in ophthalmology, right? So अगर कोई भी चीज टफ होती है तो I would say कि टफ सबके लिए होती है. It is not only you who are getting it tough, everybody is getting tough. So it's not about the tough questions which you have answered, right? It's actually about the regular questions जो आपने 101, 120 to 140, 50 regular questions है. अगर आपने उसमें silly mistakes नहीं करी है, पक्का आपकी रैंक अच्छी आएगी. और टफ जो क्वेश्चन है वो सबके लिए टफ है, तो ऑब्वियसली इट इज it's not going to matter a lot. अगर आपने वो छोड़ा है तो इट्स गुड अगर नहीं छोड़ा है, एंड इफ यू गेट इट राइट देन डेफिनेटली इट विल वर्क आउट फॉर यू। अब आ जाते हैं इनटू माय सब्जेक्ट ईएनटी। ईएनटी ऑब्वियसली इन आईएनआईसीईटी हैज गॉट अ लोअर वेटेज कंपेयर टू नीट पीजी। नीट पीजी में अगर 14-15 क्वेश्चन आते हैं, आईएनआईसीईटी में ओनली अबाउट 5 to 8 क्वेश्चन। दिस टाइम we saw a little trend raised from 6 to 8 from the previous session, and I would say ENT was a very scoring subject because when I did the recall with the students, जब मुझे student feedback मिला, ENT was something which was a piece of cake उनके लिए। It was a good run through क्योंकि बहुत simple और straightforward questions आए हैं। But again मैं बोलूंगा ENT से जो भी question बने they were more towards anatomy related questions थे। जैसे उन्होंने क्या पूछा, जैसे इनकेस उन्होंने पूछा कि भाई एक 65-year-old मेल है and that particular male has developed high frequency hearing loss. He is okay with normal or lower frequency sounds. Then what part of the cochlea is affected? Now this is anatomy. So obviously the options that were given were base of cochlea, apex of cochlea, they were all related to anatomy. इसमें कोई relation नहीं है about the clinical stem. So this is what exactly is this time's trend. They have tried to amalgamate or integrate the pre and paraclinical subjects with the clinical subjects and create something out of it. इस बार का बहुत इंटीग्रेटेड पेपर था। So that is why whenever you are reading, keep your lateral thinking open, keep yourself open to these kind of questions which can come as an integrated question from a lot of things. Okay, fine, chalo. So now let's come to our next and the most awaited final year. तो फोर्थ ईयर में बहुत सारे सब्जेक्ट होते हैं, इतने सारे सब्जेक्ट हैं फोर्थ ईयर में, बट मैं एक एक करके चलूंगा। आई विल गो फ्रॉम द बिगर वंस एंड देन आई एम गोइंग टू कम अप टू द लोअर वंस। तो अगेन सेइंग, इस बार हुआ क्या, इस बार the clinical stems what we saw were a little short compared to the main. इतने बड़े clinical stems नहीं थे। The only problem was the options were very tricky. तो options जब tricky हो जाते हैं ना, तो automatically to rule out or eliminate it becomes a little difficult. तो हमने ये देखा कि दो ऑप्शन तो everyone got eliminated, आराम से एक दो ऑप्शन एलिमिनेट कर पा रहे थे, बट बीच में दो ऑप्शन के बहुत कंफ्यूजन है। And that only your concept clarity will get that option right. तो trick options का एक ही चीज है, that if your concepts are very clear, you can definitely get that option out and you can get the right answer. Okay, so let me go ahead with seeing the major subjects first, जो आप हर साल सोचते हो कि वो आएंगे ही आएंगे। Now let me again be very frank, अगर आप INI-CET में ये सोच रहे हो कि सिर्फ मेजर सब्जेक्ट से आपका निकल जाना है, आंसर है नहीं। अगर आप हर साल देखो तो मेडिसिन, सर्जरी, ऑब्सगाइनी, पीडियाट्रिक्स, दीज आर द मेजर सब्जेक्ट्स व्हिच यू थिंक दैट दे विल कम इन ह्यूज अमाउंट्स। बट आपको मैं ट्रेंड दिखाता हूं, दिस ट्रेंड हैज चेंज्ड, दिस ट्रेंड हैज चेंज्ड इन द पास्ट फ्यू इयर्स। और यहीं पे आती है टाइम मैनेजमेंट एंड स्पीड, राइट? क्योंकि इनकी स्टेम्स थोड़ी लंबी होती हैं, आपको पढ़ने में टाइम लगता है। मैच द फॉलोइंग, खूब सारी चीजें दे रखी होती हैं, इंटीग्रेट करके कोई स्कैन दिया हुआ है या कोई इमेज दी रखी है, तो that is the particular point of time you get confused. So if you see our medicine, surgery, obsgyny and pediatrics, let me first take a medicine. Medicine was roughly around 15, which I'm still saying is a little less compared to what medicine holds as a potential to be asked. So if you see, medicine alone has got so many things to ask, but compared to forensic was 12, medicine is 15. So that is why if you concentrate on the majors carried a little less weightage this time. यहां पे हुई गलती, because everybody went for the clinical side, सबने इसमें बहुत जबरदस्त मेहनत करी, बट बाकी के सब्जेक्ट्स छोड़ दिए। तो जिसने भी अगर वो वाले सब्जेक्ट्स नहीं करे, which are on the minor weightage criteria, this time the decider, let me tell you, as per the feedback we have received from so many students, everyone is troubled about the minors this time, क्योंकि मेजर्स इस बार सबने निकाल लिए। अब let me tell you about the medicine questions also. Medicine questions were not, they were not so straightforward this time. इस बार बल्कि एक या दो क्वेश्चन ऐसे भी थे where they have created a confusion, what is the right answer. And if you see those questions, that those questions are not even framed very properly. So that is why medicine always remains a question mark in every, between every subject. And why is that? Because medicine में कितना डेटा है, कितनी सारी रिसर्च है, and they can frame up any type of question at any particular point of time, even if you have prepared everything. Coming to surgery, yes, surgery was high. If you see the surgery questions were again integrated questions. There were images that were given. उन्होंने management steps पूछे कि अब उन्होंने एक केस दे दिया, उसका next step of management क्या होगा. So they have given you a thinking strategy. They have not given those kind of papers कि one line fact है, सीधा सीधा इसका line of management क्या है. उन्होंने बोला आपने ये करा, अब ये इंजरी हो गई, तो अब आप नेक्स्ट मैनेजमेंट क्या करोगे. तो दे हैव गिवन 4 सर्जरी का नेम, आप नेक्स्ट मैनेजमेंट क्या करोगे. ये आपका तगड़ा होता है व्हेन यू डू गुड इंटर्नशिप्स. So when you do good internships, you observe more, you see more. आप अपने consultants को देखते हो क्या कर रहे हैं. So obviously you tend to get a very very high amount of weightage about these questions और ये ऐसे ही आपके solve हो जाते हैं. That's why I say do internships properly. And at the same time do hear your teachers well. तो जब भी हम लोग पढ़ाते हैं, बीट संदीप सर पढ़ाते हैं या संतोष सर पढ़ाते हैं, प्रसन्न सर पढ़ाते हैं, कोई भी पढ़ाता है, वी ऑलवेज टेल यू आवर ओन एक्सपीरियंस कहीं ना कहीं लेक्चर में. तो वो लेक्चर में वो कहानी नहीं है, वो कहानी इसलिए बताई जाती है सो दैट यू कैन गेट ग्रेन्ड अबाउट दैट कॉन्सेप्ट वेल. आपको कहीं ना कहीं वो चीज कहीं ना कहीं काम आ जाएगी. राइट नाउ लेट मी मूव टू ऑब्स एंड गायनी. एवरी ईयर वी एक्सपेक्ट ऑब्स एंड गायनी टू रूल. इस बार नहीं हुआ, ये हुआ चेंज. सो मेनी पीपल वेस्टेड a lot of time thinking about कि ये आ सकता है वो आ सकता है. इस बार क्या हुआ, किसी के हाथ में ट्रेंड होता नहीं है. इस बार ऑब्स एंड गायनी ड्रॉप हो गया down to 11. Again clinical questions, not very straightforward, tricky questions, tricky options. I won't say the question was tricky, but the options that they made were a little tricky. Right, there were some questions which were straight away from the PYTs and PYQs, some questions which were on the newer side, but more or less OBS was manageable this time. Right, coming to pediatrics, pediatrics always stays on a base platform. 10 से 12 क्वेश्चन. तो दिस इस बार भी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड 10 क्वेश्चन थे. एंड पीडियाट्रिक्स में बहुत ज्यादा कंफ्यूजिंग क्वेश्चन नहीं थे. दे वर स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. इफ यू हैव रेड पीडियाट्रिक्स यू कैन गेट ऑल द राइट. ठीक है. तो अगेन गोइंग ऑन प्रेसिंग, पीवाईक्यूज एंड पीवाईटीज फॉर्म द गोल्डन रूल. अगर पीवाईक्यू कर रहे हो उसके सारे ऑप्शंस के मतलब निकालो. डोंट लीव आउट ऑन द पीवाईक्यू ओनली बाय सीइंग द क्वेश्चन. सी ऑल द ऑप्शंस एंड क्रिएट क्वेश्चंस आउट ऑफ देम. And don't miss out the important PYTs. That's why on Medit also we gave you on the Telegram group all the important listed topics that you should read before you go for your exams. अब मैंने आप ENT में ही होगा, मैंने आपको 10 बार बोला था in your marathon also laryngeal malignancy क्वेश्चन आएगा ही आएगा. पहला क्वेश्चन laryngeal malignancy था. It's because ये ट्रेंड इनका है. This is something what we are seeing. So there is a major pattern shift what we are seeing over here. This is something we should be ready for. यही एक चीज है where we are seeing something new coming in front of us. So those people who are going to give the next session, or those people who are coming up and going to give a fresh session of it, the fresh pass outs, I always say please see the trend change, then only start preparing, because unnecessarily अगर आप पुराने ट्रेंड से फॉलो करेंगे then it would someday it will come out to be a bouncer to you. Okay, चलो. Now let me come to minor subjects. Now again I say minor subject क्या होते हैं? They are rank deciders. Rank deciders. अगर बड़े सब्जेक्ट आपकी जो रैंक है वो मेंटेन करते हैं, आगे बढ़ाते हैं, ये आपकी रैंक डिसाइड करते हैं. राइट, अब इस बार देखो चेंज क्या हुआ. इफ वी सी एनेस्थीसिया, पिछली बार सेशन में एनेस्थीसिया के सिर्फ 2 क्वेश्चन थे. इस बार एनेस्थीसिया इज रेज्ड कंसिडरेबली टू 5. एंड लेट मी बी वेरी क्लियर, एनेस्थीसिया के सारे क्वेश्चन टफ थे. Anesthesia straightforward नहीं थी. Even if you have read anesthesia completely, it was not so simple because they had given very very roundabout options. उनको कुछ की English भी construction was not very proper. Coming to dermatology, dermatology is staying strong. Again, more of image-based questions, more of clinical scenarios. Mostly 7 questions, like in the previous session, 7 to 7. इस बार भी वही, but it was straight away questions, not very confusing, but 7 questions were still there. Coming up to psychiatry, again 6 to 7 questions they always maintain to ask in psychiatry. Those people who have not done the minor subjects, even if you include all the minor subjects together, roughly this counts for alone 30 to 35 questions. So 30 to 35 questions सिर्फ इनसे. That is how important minor subjects are every year. And if you see, there is a rising trend of the minor subjects. इस साल हमने यही देखा. Right? Okay. Now, if you see orthopedics, again they have matched up to 7 questions compared to the last session. कम नहीं हुए. And even if you see radiology, radiology stood out for 6 questions. Now radiology was again integrated with a lot of clinical based questions. जैसे let's say integrated ENT with radiology में they had given an axial section HRCT temporal bone for an internal acoustic meatus. Pancoast tumor के लिए they gave over an X-ray. Right? वैसी similarly they gave certain CT images. तो इसी तरीके से what they have done is they have tried to combine radiology integrated with clinical subjects and they have created a scenario. अब क्या होगा? What will be the next step of management? What do you see in this patient? What is your next diagnosis? This is the kind of radiology always comes. So radiology is always conceptual and it is integrated. ये हमने last session में भी देखा था, ये इस session. right? So never ever miss out on your minor subjects before going for INI CET. So my key pointers or takeaway are इस बार paper moderate difficult था. Around about from the survey that we have done, around 71% of the students have rated this paper as moderate difficulty. Around about 21% found it to be a difficult paper. Right? If we compare it to the May session, कोई ज्यादा फर्क नहीं था in the difficulty level. कुछ लोगों को May session से ज्यादा difficult लगा because of the tricky option. This time, if we see the question breakdown pattern, it was 50% clinical, not clinically completely dominated, but is bar 35% questions were concept based and only 14% were one-liners as per the survey that we have conducted. Image based questions definitely आते ही आते हैं, तो हर साल आते हैं. That is why I always say कि आप देखो और पढ़ो rather than पढ़ो और देखो. तो आप देख के पढ़ो. जो भी आप पढ़ रहे हो, keep watching them, keep seeing the drugs, keep seeing images, keep seeing scans, because the moment you see them, you tend to remember more, you tend to recap more, right? So lot of image based questions were there. But I would still say इस बार का paper was not about the question created, it was about the options created for that question. That were tricky. So that's what we create a habit inside you, how to eliminate the correct options, and that comes only with good amount of concept clarity. Yes, there were direct repeats, but at the same time, what they have done is they have rephrased the question in a manner that you get confused. So focus on your PYQs, focus on PYTs on the next session as well. Do IBQs and don't neglect pre and paraclinical before you go for NICT. That strongly forms the foundation of this particular exam. अब आते हैं, finally once the analysis is over, I don't want you all to worry so much. जो हो गया. See, past is history, future is a mystery, and present is a gift. 15th को रिजल्ट आ जाएगा, you will get to know it. तो इतना ज्यादा सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है what you have done. This is just an introspection about, that can help you. See, what we are humans. We learn from our own mistakes, right? So हमें हमेशा इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए, उससे डरना नहीं चाहिए. We should always go back, we should just open it and we should check कि हमने कहाँ गलती करी and what is the trend, क्योंकि हमें ट्रेंड के साथ बदलना है, हमें ट्रेंड के साथ अपडेट होना है. So this is what, it's just a glimpse into the trend of INI CET exams and how they have been continuing this trend and what is the pattern of changing this time. But I would say right now, just relax down. You guys have worked very hard. Take a chill pill, take a break, go for a vacation for some days if possible, and don't worry. See, destiny is something which is already written for you. It's decided for you. तो उसके बारे में सोचने की अब जरूरत नहीं है. If you have worked for it, you are destined to get into that college. So trust the process of your life. Trust what you have been doing all throughout. एंड इस टाइम पे आई वुड से स्ट्रांगली अपने नेगेटिव वाइब्स को दूर रखो एंड मैनिफेस्ट. अब जब आप स्ट्रांगली मैनिफेस्ट करते हो ना कि ये मुझे चीज मिल जाएगी, मुझे मिलनी है, तो आपकी एनर्जीज उस तरफ लगती है एंड डेफिनेटली यू गेट इनटू दैट कॉलेज. So manifest strong that you will be sitting into your dream institute, into your dream bunch one day. So wishing you all the very best from my side and from all the faculties and team of PW Merit. And I hope to see you on the other side very soon as a consultant. Thank you.